です。
Yeah, that's great.
うん。
So, it's late here.
And what time?
10 o'clock.
Oh,
Yeah, so it'll be
have
11 o'clock.
you already finished some dinner?
Yeah. Today, I actually really enjoyed my dinner today. I made it myself.
うん。
I like cooking a mix of Italian and Indian food.
Oh, curry?
Yeah, so I had butter chicken,
うん。
with rigatoni.
I don't know.
Yeah, rigatoni I think it's a type of pasta, right?
Oh,
So
really?
yeah, rigatoni with curry with butter chicken.
うん。
And it was really delicious. I was very surprised. It was my first time making butter chicken, and I followed my mother's recipe,
うん。
and it was very nice. It was very good. So I love the food that's kind of a fusion of different types. I take
うん。
Italian food and uh, Indian food. I put it together.
Yeah, me too. I cook a lot of things. Chinese food and Italian food
Uh-huh.
and authentic Japanese food. Depend on my mood.
Yeah, no, absolutely, absolutely. We have really there are actually some restaurants in the U.S. that focus specifically on fusion food.
うん。
So there is a restaurant here called
Yeah.
Fugu restaurant, and it's a fusion of Chinese, Japanese, Korean, and American.
Who means puffy fish? No?
Maybe I have no idea
Puffy fish.
actually.
Japanese name, puffy fish. Fugu.
Really, Fugu?
Yeah. Yeah.
I had no idea. They have a lot of seafood, but I didn't notice if the one of the items was a puffer
Maybe
fish.
seafood restaurant means puffy fish.
Yeah, the food is really
Foreigner,
good.
foreigner can't eat puffy fish.
Oh yeah, because
You're
of
afraid
the
of that.
you
It's
need a you also need to know how to prepare it, right? Because it's
yeah,
poisonous.
yeah. Cook for the fugu puffy fish. They need to have license.
Oh yeah.
Mm.
Maybe they don't have it here. I don't think they have. Maybe they just named it puffer fish. I don't think they serve it. Yeah.
Sometimes fishermen got a puffy fish. They they cut puffy fish and they cooked it by original way. But sometimes they got toxic.
I still don't know how to fillet a fish.
Mm.
If you give me a chicken, I can cut a chicken, no problem. If you give me some meat, I can cut the meat, no problem. If you give me a fish,
Yeah.
I have no idea where to start. So for the fish, I usually just have the people in the store cut it for me
Mm.
before I bring it here because they're experts. For me, chicken is very easy to cut for me. It's not that bad. I can understand the chicken, but
Yeah.
fish, I get really, really confused.
Yeah,
The
it's very difficult.
yeah, the small bones, all those little
Mm.
things, it makes it very difficult.
Yeah. Depend on fish, they have a lot of bones, small bones, but other fish doesn't have any bones, only
Yeah,
backbone.
yeah, only the backbone, exactly, only the big backbone. Yeah. Hey, Liliana, good to see you. How's it going?
Hi, I am good, thank you. How are you?
Good, good. It was a nice day today. Very relaxing. Didn't do a lot of work. Just studied for my exam. In 10 days, I have an exam.
Good
Yeah.
luck.
Yeah, thank you.
Very
It'll
sad.
be good. I think it'll be fun. It's English and math and writing.
Uh-huh.
So the math I'm a little worried about, but
Mm,
I'm doing some practice and hopefully it's enough.
okay. No, I
Yeah.
think you will pass the exam, so
Hopefully,
don't
let's
worry.
wait. Let's see. So, how was your day? Did you do anything interesting? Anything fun?
Yes, today we celebrate my sister's birthday, so we had
Oh,
a lunch with family and friends. Yes, it was nice. We had a great time, and
nice. Is
yes,
she younger or older?
older.
Older sister. Uh-huh.
She's the oldest. Yes,
Uh-huh.
she's the oldest. Yeah,
Hmm.
was nice.
That's
Can't
great.
complain.
That's great.
It was a surprise launch for her.
Oh, that's awesome. That makes it even better.
Yeah, so I organized it.
Oh, congratulations to you then. You did all the work. Yeah.
Yes, we prepared a lunch for her. No, we prepared no, we bought her favorite food.
Uh-huh.
No, it was easy, and she was happy. So that's the most important thing.
Absolutely. Were there any special treats? Did you make a cake or bake a cake or anything like that too?
Yes, we prepare a cake and a seafood because her favorite.
Ceviche?
No, haiba. I don't know how to say that.
Haiba, okay. I
Uh-huh.
need to see this on
Haiba with
Google.
a salad and
Uh-huh. Haiba is Oh, okay. I think here they're calling it Haiba is crab, I think.
crab.
Crab, yeah. CRAB, crab.
Okay, crab. Thank you.
I did
Yes.
not know the word for that in Spanish. I'm so
Haiba.
surprised.
Haiba.
Yeah, I had no idea. Haiba. Ensalada de haiba.
No, it's
Uh-huh.
jaiba gratinada.
Grated crab, maybe.
Grated.
Grated, yeah. Gratinada significa the little small pieces, right?
Uh-huh. Yes.
Jaiba gratinada, I think, or would be grated crab. Yeah, that's really interesting.
Yes, with a salad and rice with almonds. Almonds.
Almonds, yeah, sure, almonds, yeah.
Uh-huh. No, the cake and wine. And that's all. And
That's
some snacks.
awesome. That's awesome. That sounds like a great meal.
Yeah.
That's awesome. When's the next big event? Are you usually the person organizing all the parties, or?
No, I think it will be Christmas.
Christmas? So just 2 months, right?
In 2 months.
Yeah, 2 months away.
Yeah.
Christmas is always fun. So much happening, right?
Yes.
Lots of family, lots of cooking, lots of food.
Yes, you're right.
What do you guys usually cook ham or pork or chicken or turkey, or what animal is the most popular for Christmas? Yeah.
It's turkey.
Turkey, uh-huh. Same here, actually. Yeah. Pavo, right?
Pavo.
Pavo, yeah. It's a today actually I had a turkey sandwich for lunch. It's amazing how delicious that bird is.
Yes. It's a soft meat.
Yeah, it's really very healthy meat also, right? If you eat the turkey, if you eat like the white meat of the turkey, right? Not the dark meat. The dark meat is usually the legs of the turkey are very big, right? So I don't enjoy eating the turkey leg, but the turkey white meat is very delicious. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. That's awesome, guys. Well, let's get started, guys. I just wanted to quickly introduce the topic of the class today. So today we are looking at imperatives, right? When we use imperatives in English, we use words. We are creating words that we are creating a form of a verb that is a command form, right? So imperatives generally you can think of as almost being the opposite of asking a polite question, right? When you ask a polite question or when you ask someone to do something politely, you are probably going to use the would you mind or the could or the would, those kinds of words. In the imperative form, we are looking at just the command, right? How do you command somebody in English to do something, right? So that's something that is unique, and the construction is really very simple, which is a really good thing about how we make the imperative. The construction is there's almost nothing you have to do to the construction to the word itself to construct the imperative. So we'll take a look at the imperatives first, and then we are going to look at a new article that I think is going to be something that's, special because cancer is, a worldwide killer in many different ways. We are going to look at an article that explains that there is scientists have created a new mini-microscope, right? A microscope that is very small that allows them to actually observe cancer cells, right? Physically look at individual cancer cells to figure out if the cancer is spreading, if it's harmful, if it's not harmful. So very, very, very interesting scientific article today for you guys, and I hope you guys enjoy it. Before we get started, any questions, guys, on what we're going to talk about?
No.
Makes sense? Okay. Heidi, you're okay as well?
No question.
Fantastic. Okay, guys, so let's get started. What is the imperative, right? The imperative form in English, right? The imperative is giving commands, issuing commands, giving commands, right? It's one of these things that we use in English pretty frequently, right? We can use them in polite conversations, but we usually have to add other words to them to make them polite, right? We have to say please, we can say excuse me to make them polite, right? So the great thing about the imperative is the verb stays in its base form, right? So the verb go, right? If you want to use the imperative, it's just go, right? Go to the door, go to the room, go to school, right? Anything you want. We're not changing the form of the verb, right?
Always present tense.
Yeah, well, in this case, we don't even consider it present tense. It's just the base form of the verb, right? So the verb eat, yeah, just eat by itself, right? It's not present, past, it's just eat, right?
Yeah.
If you add for example, I eat, you eat, he eats, she eats, they eat, we eat, then we can call it present, right? Otherwise, if we just look at the word by itself, it's technically just in its base form, right? We're not assigning a tense to it. It's not present, past, future, or anything like that, right? So, and really, in this case, what's really interesting about this is the command or the imperative is always implied in the second person, right? Because you're talking to somebody, right? You eat, or you go, or you sit, or you study, or you whatever, right? So we don't say the you, but it's implied in the conversation, right? So that's the second important thing, that we always use the base verb, and the second person is always implied, right? So Liliana, give me an example of a sentence that you could use, or a sentence in the imperative form. Anything you want.
Example, don't don't stay go out until midnight.
So what was the beginning? What was the first word you said, Liliana?
Don't stay. Don't
stay outside after midnight.
I say go out. It's better to say.
Actually, no. What you said is fine. Actually, then if you say don't go outside after midnight, that's perfect. That's perfect, right? Yeah, don't go outside after midnight. You can say after midnight, or if you want to just be, if you just want to use the first part, don't go outside, right? That's also an imperative, right? So what was the verb that you used, Liliana?
Go.
Go, right? Fantastic. And did you change that base form in any way?
But I don't understand your question. To make an affirmative question, sorry, sentence?
No, I'm just asking, did you change that base form?
No.
You didn't, right? You didn't. So that's correct. I didn't want to trick you, but no, I was just asking, we didn't change that base form in any way, right? The verb is go, and you said don't go, right? Fantastic. No problems, right? Heidi, could you give us an example of another type of word?
Help yourself.
Help yourself. Yeah, help yourself. When could you use that imperative?
When I invite someone in my house and I offer some meal Help yourself.
Help yourself, right? Fantastic. Somebody comes to your house and you can say, help yourself. How could you make it a little bit more polite?
Please help
Yeah,
you. Please or please help yourself.
yeah, exactly, right? Please help yourself would make it very, very polite. But just help yourself is also fine in the case of, conversation if you're speaking to guests, right? Someone like me, I would probably say, I would probably say please, right? Depending on the group. It depends completely on the group. If it's just
Or
friends, I could say help yourself.
be at your house.
Make yourself at home.
Make
Yeah,
yourself at home. Okay.
make yourself at home is another way to say, help yourself. Please make yourself at home. Yeah. For example, to my friends, I can say, grab a seat, right? Instead of, make yourself at home or help yourself. If my friend comes right now in my place, I'll say, take a seat, sit down, take a seat. It's not with my friend. I'm not very very formal. But if it was an older person, I would say, or not even older, someone I respect, right? I would say, please take a seat, or please make yourself at home. Please help yourself, right? Fantastic, guys.
Can I
Yeah,
say,
Liliana, go ahead. Yeah.
instead of don't go, can I say not go? Not to go outside?
No, actually, don't go is the right way.
Yes, but I can say not to go outside. Oh, it's wrong.
If you just say not to go outside, yeah, that would be incorrect, right? So you should either say do not go outside or don't go outside, right? You can use the contraction, right? Or you can not use the. If you don't want, you can just keep it do not. If you don't want to say don't, right? We don't want to use not to go outside because how is remember we have to use when we are using not to go outside, that almost leaves out a subject in the sentence, right? Who should not go outside, right? Remember with the imperative, we always imply the second person, right?
Yeah.
In this sentence, if you say not to go outside, there's the question of who are we talking to, right? Should he not go outside? Should I not go outside? Should, that question or that level of kind of that kind of confusion we don't want to have with the imperative, right? So don't go outside is a correct form.
Usually imperative is used for the second person.
Yeah, usually, and really all the time it's used for the second person, right?
Second person or second group.
Yeah, exactly, right? So let's take a look, guys. So there are 4 common ways that we use the imperative, right? The first is to give a direct order. Okay, I give somebody a direct order. Close the door. Shut up. That's really rude, right? Shut up. But we say that, right? Like sometimes if I'm talking to my friend and I'm very angry, shut up, man. Don't talk to me right now, right? Giving a direct order, right? Not being polite at all. Just giving a direct order. Close the door. Turn off the TV. Stop talking. Be quiet.
Keep out.
Keep out. Yeah, fantastic. Keep out, right? You don't want somebody to come inside your area. Keep out. Get out of here, right? These are all, I'm screaming and I'm being rude, but these are all direct commands that we give to people, right? So what are other examples of direct commands, guys?
Don't disturb.
Don't disturb. Yeah, don't disturb. Exactly. Liliana, what about you?
Do your homework.
Do your homework, right? Do your homework. Fantastic. What's another one, Heidi?
Stop.
Stop? Yeah, just stop. Okay. I thought you were going to say something after stop, but no. Yeah, just stop, right? Just stop is also another
Watch
imperative.
out.
Watch out. Yeah, fantastic. Watch out. Be careful. Right? Be careful. What's one last one, Liliana, for a direct command?
Do it.
Do it. Yeah. Or sometimes in English we say get it done. Right? Do something, or we can also say get it done. Like finish this, get it done.
Maybe do it yourself.
Do it yourself.
DIY.
DIY. Yeah, fantastic. Do it yourself, right? In many times in English, or in at least in American English, we write DIY, do it yourself, right? Do it yourself, right? So somebody is asking you for help. I can't do this. Please, can you help me? Please. No, do it yourself, right? We don't care. Do it yourself, right? Sometimes I think when children are being very creative with their parents, they say things like, I can't, please. And the parents say, no, do it yourself, right? Another one is figure it out, right?
Check it out.
Check it out, figure it out, right? Both of them, right? Figure it out means, let's say you have a problem and you don't have a solution. Somebody comes to you, or you go to somebody and they don't know how to help you, figure it out. They just tell you, solve your problem, figure it out, right? We can also say, check it out. Check it out meaning, what does that one mean, Liliana?
To watch something that maybe someone sent you.
Yeah, check it out. To inspect something, to take a look at something, right? To take a look at something. Fantastic, guys. Any question?
Listen up.
Listen up, yeah. When do we use listen up, Liliana?
I heard some musicians when before they singing, they say to the audience, listen up.
Yeah, listen up, right? Pay attention, right? Pay attention. Presta atención, pay attention, right? So we use that. I'm sorry, what was the last one, Heidi?
Don't be shy. Teacher always says.
Don't be shy. Yeah, we use that a lot, right? Teachers always say that. Don't be shy. Do not be shy, right? Or don't be shy. Fantastic. Any questions about these direct commands, guys?
No questions.
No questions. Great, great, great. Now let's go to the second one, right? So the second one this is another type of order, but it's something that we see on, for example, signs, on instructions, in normal daily conversation, right? Or in normal society, we see these signs and we see these actions, or signs and we see these instructions, right? So what's an example of something you see outside, in the street, or in daily life that has a command?
Stop.
Stop, like on the street, right? Fantastic.
Turn right.
Turn right, yeah, turn right is also on the street, right? What are some other ones, like do not park, right? Or sometimes it says no parking. No parking isn't imperative, but sometimes it says do not park, right? What's another one, Liliana, that you see maybe when you're entering a building? What do you have to push?
Push.
Yeah, push or pull the door, right? Fantastic. So it says push or pull, or it says, actually, no, those are the only options, push and pull. They don't say twist or anything like that if it's a doorknob. So yeah, push or pull.
No U-turn.
No U-turn, yeah, fantastic, right? Do not make a U-turn, no U-turn. What's another one that we see? What about if you buy something, if you buy a package, what do the packages say?
Package. Open. Pull.
Open here, right? Maybe it says open here, or cut along this line.
Cut here.
Cut here, right? Or it could say, what about if you're buying something that you need to put in the microwave? What does the bag say? Right? Maybe if you buy something and you need to prepare it in the microwave, then what do we usually see on the bag?
I don't know.
We say, well, we can see, for example, heat to 350 degrees. Right? Or put in pan, right? I mean, just the directions. Recipes, right? Recipes are instructions. Yeah, recipes, instructions. They all work the same way, right? Keep in refrigerator. Keep frozen. Right? We see keep frozen a lot, right? For example, if you buy shrimp from the store, if it needs to be kept, shrimp, chicken, fish, keep frozen, right? What's another one, guys? I'm trying to get you guys to think of more and more and more. Maybe we can see. Trying to think.
Exit? Is it imperative?
Yeah, exit. Yeah.
Exit.
Exit here.
For example, movie theater or somewhere. already fine.
Yeah, exit here, enter here,
Or
exit
hotel
here.
anywhere.
Hotel, yeah. Fire alarms say do not pull unless emergency,
Ah,
right? Do
Don't
not.
touch.
I'm sorry, what was the last one, Liliana?
Don't touch.
Yeah, don't touch, right? Do not touch, don't touch. Yeah, fantastic. We see these all the time in normal conversation, right? Or not in normal conversation, excuse me, in instructions or signs or on the street or in society, right? Great, great.
Or maybe when you bought a furniture and you have to, I don't know how to say, to join the pieces, and they give you the instructions.
Yeah, yeah. You know what we call that, Liliana? That book is an instruction manual, right? So we just call it
Then,
instruction manual, right? And you just build it yourself. So it's like do it yourself, build it yourself, right? And what they say on those boxes, if you buy something like furniture from the store, it says assembly required. Have you seen that before?
assembly.
Assembly required. It means that if you're buying it, you need to make it yourself. You need to assemble it, or
Yes.
you need to build it. Yeah. Right. So assembly required. Right. So then, actually, before I go on, guys, any other questions about this section where we see signs in society or in the store or on a package or things like that?
No question.
Heidi, we're okay?
yeah, okay.
Okay, fantastic. Next one, guys. So this is the example. We already looked at this one, but it's when we invite somebody to our house and we are asking them if they need to, when we invite them and we talk to them when we're in the house. So what were some of those examples?
Make yourself.
Make yourself at home, right? And then what were some other ones? I think, Heidi, you had one.
Yeah, I already mentioned.
I know, right? Let's think of some
Help
other ones.
yourself.
Help yourself is that, yeah, the one we said before.
Feel at home, something like that.
Yeah, make yourself at home, right? Make yourself at home. So let's write these down. Make yourself at home. Please take a seat. Please help yourself. What's another one? I'm trying to think honestly, guys. Please take a seat. Please help yourself. Please make yourself comfortable, or make yourself comfortable also works, I guess. Make yourself comfortable. Yeah, I don't know, guys. I think that's it. Honestly, maybe I'm not polite enough. Oh, just very basically, come on in, come on in, come inside, come on in, right? Come inside, come on in. Let me. Oh, this is a good one. I just thought of this one. Let me take your coat.
Let me take your what?
Let me take your coat, right?
Your coat.
If you walk into somebody's home, let me take your coat, right? Some homes, like my home, I say, please take off your shoes, right? I say, please take off your shoes because my culture, we don't wear shoes inside the house. Yeah, we use, we wear sandals or something. We don't wear the same shoes that we wear outside.
Yeah.
So please take off your shoes. Please don't eat the food. No, I'm just joking. I'm just joking. But yeah, please take off your shoes. Let's see. What about when somebody's leaving? What do we say? When somebody is leaving your home, what do you say? Please don't come back. I'm just joking. No, that's bad. We're not going to say that.
Call me when you arrived.
Yeah, call me when you arrive home. Yeah. That's a really good one, right? Call me when you... Huh? Go ahead, Liana. Yeah.
No, I agree. Yes.
And we can also say, we forgot a very basic one, guys. Welcome. Like you're saying, may your arrival be, whatever. Welcome. Welcome is a nice way. Actually, it's not an imperative. Never mind. It's not an imperative because we're not telling them to do anything, right? We're just welcoming them. So forget that one, guys. That's not an imperative. But let's think of it. Yeah, go ahead, Leon.
I don't know. Maybe we always say here. I think it's not imperative. It was a pleasure to have you at home.
Yeah, right? But it's not an imperative, right? It's very nice to say, but it's not an imperative, right? So,
For
let's
example,
see. Yeah, go ahead.
Keep in touch is
Keep in
imperative.
touch. Yeah, keep in touch, right? You're telling them to do something. Keep in touch. Yeah, keep in touch. You can also say, I don't know. I really like "Don't come back." that's my favorite one. Don't come back.
Leave me
Okay.
alone.
Leave me alone. Yeah. Call next time. No, that's really bad. You don't want to say that, right? Call next time. No, that's bad. That's so funny. But sometimes we do see those cases, right? Like maybe
I like leave me alone.
leave me alone is good. Leave me alone is really good. We'll write that as well. Leave me alone. Yeah. Don't bother me again. No, I'm just joking. Okay, guys. So I think we have a good idea about those ones as well. Any questions about the imperatives we use when somebody's at the home? We're okay? Awesome, guys. Last but not least, yeah, go ahead, Heidi. I think you had something.
No, it's okay.
Okay. Last but not least, we can use imperatives to give friendly advice. Right? To give friendly advice, to give advice to
take care.
Take care of yourself, yeah, or take care of yourself, or just take care also, but maybe take care of yourself is a little bit better, right? Take care of yourself.
Behave yourself.
Behave yourself, right? Yeah, you can say that to your friend. Maybe somebody needs to drink more fluids because they are sick, right? How can you say that? Drink more water, I guess that's very basic, but please take care of yourself, drink more water.
See the doctor.
Yeah, see the doctor, right? Call me every day, right? That's another one. Maybe you want somebody to call you every day so we can be in touch, right?
Keep calm. Keep safe and warm.
Keep safe and warm, yeah, that's a good one. Keep safe and warm. Let's see, what's another one? Rest often, or take a rest, don't forget to rest, right? Don't forget to rest. That's, I think, very popular. What about feel better soon, right? Feel better soon, right? Or we can say even get well soon. Both of these work in the same way, right? Get well soon, feel better soon.
Don't eat junk food too much.
Yeah, right. Don't eat too much junk food. Right. That's a good one, I think. Exercise when you can. Right. I think that's a good one. Exercise when you can.
Stop smoking.
Stop smoking. Yeah. Write will. I'm just joking. This one is really bad. Yeah. The will is the document you write before you die. Write a will? No. That's really bad. No, I don't want to say that.
Enjoy the life.
Enjoy life, yeah. Enjoy life, right? Enjoy life. Be happy. Right? Be happy. Sometimes we think we are overcomplicating this, right? So some of these are really easy, actually, but we're thinking of all the hard ones. Be happy, enjoy life, write a will, stop smoking.
Have a nice travel.
Yeah, have a nice trip, right?
Trip, yeah.
Have a nice trip, right? So these are all good. Any other questions, guys, about these ones? I want to jump to the article if we can, next couple of minutes. So.
talk soon.
Yeah, let's talk soon. Right? Let's talk soon.
I
Yeah.
use let's in imperative. Let's.
You know, honestly, if we say talk soon, it sounds a little different, right? Let's talk soon is like technically we're saying it's a contraction of let us talk soon, right? Let us talk soon. But in the use of common conversation, we can use it as a way to say, you know, call me soon or we will talk soon. Let's talk soon. Yeah, it works. It might not be imperative, but we definitely say it to people when we are meeting them or maybe if they're sick or something like that. Yeah, you know, call me every day. Let's talk soon. You know, stuff like that. Yeah. No more questions, guys, on this then?
No.
Okay, fantastic then, guys. So let's take a look at this article about the new microscope that allows scientists to actually observe cancer cells, right? We are looking at, this is a really awesome technology. I mean, I was very surprised when I was reading this and they were saying that there's so much that we can do with, you know, science when it comes to detecting cancer, right? Cancer is one of those diseases that really doesn't seem to be a cure, but we are figuring out more and more about it every day, and this technology I think will really help us, right? So let's take a look at this, guys. Stanford scientists. So Stanford is a very, very prestigious I was about to say a restaurant. Wow, prestigious university in the United States. Stanford scientists are developing a mini microscope to detect cancer cells. Look at how small this thing is, right? You put it on any part of your skin, and it's the size of a pen, and it allows you to view what is just below the patient's skin, right? So it's very, very, very cool. Stanford scientists are developing a mini microscope to non-invasively detect circulating tumor cells, allowing for earlier interventions. One of the cruelest truths about cancer is that even after you beat the disease, it can still come back to kill you. A tumor growing in the prostate gland, breast, or any other organ can shed cancerous cells into the blood. These cancerous seeds travel the body and can take root nearly anywhere, growing into a new cancer threat even after the initial cancer is treated. The rule of thumb with cancer is that the earlier you can detect the disease, the more effective the treatment, and hence better potential outcomes. Currently, doctors draw a patient's blood and analyze it using special antibodies to detect the presence of the seeds called circulating tumor cells, CTCs. This works well if CTCs are present in large numbers, but may fail to detect smaller numbers released by earlier tumors. Now, a team of engineers, scientists, and doctors from Stanford is developing a mini microscope that might be able to non-invasively detect the CTCs earlier than ever, allowing for earlier interventions. There has been a huge push to increase sensitivity, said Bonnie King, an instructor at Stanford School of Medicine. We suspect that CTCs often circulate in numbers below our current threshold of detectability. A major advantage with the microscopic technique, King said, is the ability to screen much larger volumes of blood rather than just a small vial collected from a patient. This will be done using a method called in vivo flow cytometry, a laser-based technology for counting cells in a live subject. Christopher Contag, a professor of pediatrics at the School of Medicine, envisions that a doctor would inject a patient with a dye that will cause the CTCs to fluoresce. The doctor could then use the pen-sized microscope to focus a low-power laser light on a blood vessel just a few hair widths below the patient's skin. As the dyed cancer cells pass through the laser, the light excites them and causes them to stand out from normal cells. The microscope registers each of these cells, and a computer logs each observation. The improved sensitivity of the technology and the ability to non-invasively scan blood for long periods of time will help create a fuller picture of the number of CTCs in a person's body. Right? So I think this is actually a very, very, very cool technique, right? I mean, when we look at this idea, you know, what do you guys think this will do? What's the impact of technology like this? What do you guys think?
To prevent the tumors, and maybe the people have a cure because they have the right treatment.
Yeah, absolutely, right? So how does this technology really help? It helps because those traveling cancer cells earlier, right?
Early time.
Absolutely, yeah. So the earlier you detect the cancer cells, the quicker you can start working on how to stop them, right?
But on the other hand,
Uh-huh.
last year I was translating medical news, many medical news. It was my job.
Mm-hmm.
And once I found some mammography, do you know mammography?
Sure,
Found
yeah.
breast cancer in the early stage.
Uh-huh.
But many kind of the result of mammography can have led many falsehood operations because many doctors found the early stage of breast cancer, but third stage patient number is still the same. It means even the early time, the early stage, they cut off breast cancer. But if they keep it, or they said all cancer precede the last stage. Sometimes they can overcome by itself.
Mm-hmm. So it's something that is not 100%. It's cancer is a disease that isn't really 100% trackable, right?
Yes.
Heidi, because yeah, go ahead.
Many people have small cancer, but almost all cases they they overcome naturally while they are not aware.
Mm-hmm. So do you think this technology is misleading, Heidi, or do you still think it's good for doctors to at least?
Yeah. Maybe technology is very good, but they need to be careful.
Yeah, right? Because actually, you bring up a really good point, Heidi, right? We can use technology to run tests, but how do scientists and doctors interpret that technology,
Yes.
right? Or
Yeah.
how do we interpret the results,
Mhm.
right? Because the computer will do the work. The computer doesn't lie, right?
Yeah.
But the computer can't tell you this person has cancer,
Mhm.
right? The computer will just show you this cell looks different, this cell looks similar to that one. Maybe these cells, it'll show you the pictures, but the doctor has to make the actual assessment, right? The doctor has to say, oh, this definitely is a cancer cell. Oh, this needs to be a surgery. This needs to be A or B or C, right? That's what the doctor would say. But yeah, go ahead,
People
Heidi.
people have some natural curing power.
Mm-hmm.
So many people naturally cured their illness, even cancer as well.
Yeah, but are those natural ways, like they would have to be very small cancerous
Mm.
cancers, right? I mean, are you saying that these cancers that people can cure are just maybe in one part of the body and they haven't spread to other parts of the body, or?
Yes. Because mammography found a very, very small cancer.
Uh-huh.
But before they checked their finger or something,
Uh-huh.
then after that they had some operation. Then it's enough. The patient cured from that situation.
Mm-hmm.
Mammography find a lot of cancer very early stage, but at the third stage the patient is the same. How do you think?
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. Honestly, Heidi, I have no experience with cancer cells and the research behind that, but it's interesting for me to hear that sometimes it's misleading, right? The technology can
Yes.
be misleading. Yeah. Uh, What do you think about that, Liliana, from what
Mm,
Heidi is saying? I mean,
oh, interesting, because I
yeah.
know about these exams to detect the breast cancer, and sometimes they say that I don't know, maybe Heidi know more than me, but they say in some cases they don't detect the breast cancer. And now here, for example, they buy a new equipment.
Hmm.
I say equipment
Yeah,
uh,
equipment, yeah.
mhm, to make mammals. And but I don't know. I hope that it works better than the old ones. Mm.
Yeah, right. I think it's very interesting that, I mean, I think technology really is one of those things that, we need to be very careful with in general, right? We don't want to become too dependent on them because then we might rely on them too much, right? I mean, we want to be able to balance our knowledge as people, and doctors, their knowledge of medicine needs to be balanced with the technology that they see, right? Because, for example, if you go to a poor country where they don't have any of this technology,
Yes.
right? The doctors have to do all of their assessments using older tests or old technology, and they need to think a lot more, right? They really need to think a lot more. I think these days it's much more difficult to be a doctor in, let's say, Africa,
Mm.
a small school or a small hospital in Africa, let's say, where they don't have any million-dollar microscopes, and versus a doctor in the US who is looking at, all he looks at are computers. He doesn't even use paper anymore,
Mhm.
Mm.
Yeah.
right? My job, before I left my job 2 weeks ago, my job was all about
Mm.
uh, electronic medical records,
Mm.
right? So the biggest hospitals in the U.S., some of the biggest hospitals in the world, they are all moving to computers, right?
Mm.
No paper, ever, right? So you look at the poor countries and in Africa or in Southeast Asia and many other places, they are using just paper, and they have to read books to figure out, oh, this type of cancer cell, though this is bad. I need to go to a specialist. I need to go to another city, maybe.
Mm.
You know, it's
Machines are very
difficult.
expensive, right? Nowadays.
Machines are what?
So
I'm sorry, Heidi?
machines are very expensive.
Oh, yeah.
Once
Yeah,
a
right.
hospital bought that machine, they need to gain that money. So they use that machine, all patients, even though some patients are needless. Then we need to pay a lot of money.
Yeah, because they need to be able to make the money back, right?
Yes, yes.
Yeah. What do you guys think? Uh, Heidi and Liliana, for example, this microscope, how popular do you think this microscope will be in, you know, the different countries of the world? Do you think this is something that they can sell to, let's say, Japan, Colombia, or South America, or Asia in
Mm.
general? Like, what do you guys think?
It's small. Maybe so not so expensive, I think.
Hmm.
So maybe Africa or some poor countries can use it.
Hmm. Japan, I think, can definitely buy it because Japan is a rich country.
And
Yeah.
depends of the country depends on the price now. Mm.
Yeah. Maybe even if it's expensive, I think Japan can still afford some of it, right?
But
Maybe a
we
few.
need to pay a lot of money.
Really?
Yeah.
For example, if the Japanese doctor uses this, then you have to pay a lot of money to the doctor?
Yes, yes. For example, I got injured and
Uh-huh.
I'm broken. I think X-ray photo is enough. The common breaking arm. But
Hmm.
they use another, I forgot the name.
MRI machine?
Yeah, it's
Was
very
it
expensive.
was it the MRI, this guy?
Yeah, they use it twice or
Hmm.
3 times.
Hmm.
I thought it's needless.
So what, did you say anything to them?
I know I can't say anything. I hate argument.
Oh, okay. Yeah. But but you still believe that it was needless, right?
Needless.
Yeah. That's
X-ray
interesting.
photo is enough. Only broken arm, right?
Yeah. Maybe they want it to be more safe. Maybe they want it to be
They
100%
wanted to
sure.
use the machine because it's very expensive.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's sad, right? Sometimes they're taking people's money, right?
Yes.
For something that's not needed. Liliana, what do you think? Could they maybe the biggest, best hospitals in Colombia? Could this maybe 10 years from now be something that is used in Colombia everywhere? Or I mean, what's the technology like in the hospitals? If you know what they're like, could you share your ideas?
No, I think yes, they bought a lot of new technology, especially in private hospitals or
Hmm.
clinics, and in publics, no, because they don't have a good quality of equipment.
Hmm.
Um, and I'm not sure about it. I think we are an underdeveloped country, so maybe they are too expensive.
Yeah.
But I think they are working on buying new new machines. But I don't know because I really don't know about the new technology that they are using
Uh-huh.
now here. Mhm.
Yeah, no, I agree. I mean, I think in many places in the United States, also this equipment will be too expensive, right?
Mm.
Because I mean, the university that's making this equipment is Stanford, and Stanford is extremely wealthy. I
Mm.
mean, it's a multi-billion-dollar university, one of the best universities in the country. You know, for somebody to apply to Stanford, attend Stanford, become a doctor at Stanford, or work at Stanford, very, very, very big deal, right? So we have so many communities here, small hospitals, regional hospitals that will not be able to afford this stuff. I mean, maybe the big hospitals in New York City, Los Angeles, Chicago, they can afford it. It's not easy. I mean, there's a lot of cost and a lot of patience also, right? So
Mm.
the hospitals that have patients, I think Heidi is right. If you have hospitals with big patient population, they can buy the equipment and they can get the money from all their patients,
Mhm.
right?
I doubt their skill because before cell phone, maybe you remembered a lot of telephone number
Oh
of
yeah,
friends,
oh
but
yeah.
after cell phone, you don't need to memorize, right?
Nope.
So it means your memory is getting worse.
Yeah.
So doctors nowadays use a lot of machines. It means that their instinction to the patient is getting worse.
Hmm. Sometimes, Heidi, I forget my own name. I need to look at my phone to find my name. No, I'm just joking. I'm just joking. It's not that bad yet, but
Mm.
it can get that bad, I think, if people are so dependent on technology.
Uh-huh.
Yes, yes.
Honestly, what happens if your cell phone dies? End of the world, right?
No, for me it's the same. I barely use it, only when I
Oh,
go out. No, I'm not addicted at my cell phone.
that's really good. But I
I
th
addicted to be on line or to work on my computer, but
uh-huh.
not to my cell phone. No, sometimes I forgot to charge it.
Hmm.
So I'm not addicted, to be honest. No. I prefer to work on my computer and to search for many things.
Yeah, but like, what would happen if Heidi, if your phone died? Would it be the end of the world for you?
Mhm. Actually, I don't use any cell phone nowadays.
That's awesome. You guys are both like really using your own brains instead of always using technology. I'm the exact opposite. I think most young people here also are the exact same opposite. They live on their phones.
Mm.
Uh,
Really, they live on their phones. From calling people to checking my bank statement to, checking the weather outside, everything is on the phone.
mm,
Mm.
Everything. Sending emails, everything I do on my phone, right? I only wish they can do Colingo on this phone.
Mm.
then
For
I would,
example,
then I
all
could
the
do it.
doctors, they had
Uh-huh.
some kind of instinction, right?
Mm-hmm.
When they look at the patient face, somehow they got some inspiration. But now young doctor, they don't have such inspiration or some skill.
Yeah. They don't have those instincts, right?
Mm.
Yeah, they don't have those instincts that maybe the older doctors do. But you know, guys, I think medical technology is being incorporated into medical learning also, right?
Yes, yes, sure, sure.
So it's really good. I'm not too scared that the doctors of today are going to be, less or worse doctors than the doctors of the past, but I am surprised by how dependent some people are with technology.
Mm.
Right. That's what really makes it difficult. Like some doctors, when I was working in my old job, I would go to doctors and they would be, you know, they would carry their iPad into the surgery.
Mm.
They would be looking at pictures as late
Oh.
as late as they're about to start, but no, they're still looking. Okay, this. Okay, that's what I want, right? And when they're doing the surgery, they're looking at 6 computer screens.
Yes.
Okay, showing them every cell, every microscope, everything that they're using, they're seeing on the computer, right? But I know there are doctors out there in India that are doing the same surgery without that, without the 6 computers, right? So I think the skill of those Indian doctors is a little bit higher than the skill of these American doctors,
Yes,
right?
Indian doctors are very good.
Yeah.
So many European people or the American people had medical tourism, right?
Medical tourism, exactly. Exactly, right? So I like that idea. If I was a doctor, I would want to get that raw, really, really like non-technology experience first, and then maybe come here so I have both experiences, right? Because I don't think if you put an American doctor in the place of an Indian doctor, it would be difficult for him to imagine a surgery without all this technology.
And Chinese too. No?
Chinese doctors, I actually don't know too much about, Liliana. I only know about Indian doctors because there are so many of them here. Even in the United States, we have a lot of Indian doctors. Chinese, there are a lot of Chinese dentists.
No.
Yeah, there are a lot of Chinese dentists. A lot of Indian dentists also, but I've seen a lot of Chinese dentists. Yeah, and they do a really good job. Like orthodontists also, like they fix the mouth, facial reconstruction. A lot of those folks are Chinese Americans.
I mean because they use a lot of acupuncture. Acupuncture. And,
Yeah.
For example, my mom has had a knee operation surgery, and after the operation, she went to an acupuncture, and it worked really well for her. Instead of taking a lot of pills, I think sometimes it works better.
Yeah, no, natural medicine or natural more they call this alternative medicine. Alternative medicine. There are 3 main schools that I can think of alternative medicine. One is Ayurvedic. Ayurvedic is very Indian. It's the ancient Indian medicine. So we use, for example, a lot of plants, a lot of herbs. Yeah, a lot of herbs and plants. And then acupuncture, of course, is from the Chinese tradition. And then there is one other one, I can't remember the name, but these 2 are really the main forms of alternative medicine. Lots of Americans, they are starting to, they like the more natural cure, right? So, for example, instead of buying acetaminophen, tablets for their cold, they drink tea. They drink green tea, herbal tea.
Yes, green tea is really good.
Yeah, green tea is great stuff. I really like green tea. Yeah. And I think green tea is also something in Japan, right, Heidi? Heidi, are you there?
Yes, but you shouldn't put any sugar.
Oh, yeah. No sugar green tea, right?
Yes, American put sugar.
Yeah, I try to avoid it. Sometimes it comes with the packet, though. Inside the packet, they put the sugar. So it's very difficult to separate. And then
No,
black tea is also really good.
if you put sugar, they change the flavor, no?
And it's less healthy, right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the sugar is adding more calories, and I mean, you look at the American folks, they go to the McDonald's and they have a salad, but they put like 6 or 7 things of dressing on top, right? I mean, that dressing is so many calories automatically, right? You're eating vegetables, but you're eating so much vinegar and Italian dressing and ranch, sugar, whatever fats and oil and things like that. It's
Americans take a lot of sugar, too much.
way too much, way too much.
Yes.
It's very bad for the health here,
And a
but
lot of fast food, no?
ton of fast food. I mean, billions of dollars of fast food.
Yeah.
And the soda drink, right?
Oh man, I have not drank soda in I think 2 years.
Me neither.
Right? Yeah, but people are drinking it every day, 1 or 2 bottles every day.
Oh.
Not the big bottles, like maybe this bottle, like maybe like half a liter in 1 day. It's ridiculous.
Oh, and it's dangerous for your health. It's unhealthy.
Yeah, so much sugar, so much. I don't understand how they do this, honestly. It's very difficult.
They are addicted.
They are, I think they are, right? And now they have the non-caffeine soda. They have the zero-calorie soda. Soda is soda, guys. I mean, it's still gonna have some bad effect on you, right?
We have a decaffeine coffee here.
Yeah.
Now I'm drinking decaffeine coffee, because strong coffee.
Yeah.
You feel a little nervous. This is lighter.
Do you guys have yerba mate in Colombia?
Argentina. No.
Oh, in Argentina.
Only in Argentina and Uruguay and Paraguay. No, we don't have mate here.
No mate over there?
No, I've never drink mate.
I think it gives a lot of energy, I heard, right?
Yes.
Yerba mate.
A lot of herbs.
Yeah, a lot of that natural flavor, herbal essence. Yeah, it's very interesting stuff. Well, anyway, guys, technically we're at the end of class, but really enjoyed the class. A really great conversation, as always. Did you guys have any other questions about the imperative form or the stuff we talked about today with the different kinds of medicine and different technologies and things like that?
No questions.
No questions, Heidi? All right. Liliana, makes sense? Okie doke. Awesome, awesome. Well, Heidi, I'm going to send you that homonym, homograph, whatever document. Yeah, so Liliana, I'm sending the same thing to Heidi now.
Yes.
That same document, yeah. And then also I'll send it to Laura from Argentina. But yeah, awesome, guys. Well, take care. Thank you for the class, and I'll see you guys tomorrow, hopefully, at 2 classes.
Good night.
Yeah, good night, guys. Take care.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Bye-bye.
License.
Oh, yeah. Maybe they don't have it here. I don't think they have. Maybe they just named it pufferfish. I don't think they serve it. Yeah.
Sometimes fishermen got a pufferfish. They cut pufferfish and they cooked it by original way. But sometimes they got toxic.
You know, I still don't know how to fillet a fish. If you give me a chicken, I can cut a chicken, no problem. If you give me some meat, I can cut the meat, no problem. If you give me a fish, I have no idea where to start. You know? So for the fish, I usually just have the people in the store cut it for me before I bring it here, because they're experts. For me, chicken is very easy to cut for me. It's not that bad. I can understand the chicken, but fish, I get really, really confused,
Yeah, it's very difficult.
Yeah, the small bones, all those little things, it makes it very difficult.
Yeah, depending on fish, they have a lot of bones, small bones, but the other fish doesn't have any bones, only backbone.
Yeah, only the backbone, exactly, only the big backbone, yeah. Hey, Liliana, good to see you. How's it going?
Hi, I am good, thank you. How are you?
Good, good. It was a nice day today. Very relaxing. Didn't do a lot of work. Just studied for my exam. In 10 days, I have an exam.
Good
Yeah.
luck.
Yeah, thank you.
Good
It'll be good. I think it'll be fun. It's English and math and writing. So the math I'm a little worried about, but I'm doing some practice and hopefully it's enough.
Okay. No, I
Yeah.
think you will pass the exam. So
Hopefully,
don't
let's
worry.
wait. Let's see. So, how was your day? Did you do anything interesting? Anything fun?
Yes. Today we celebrate my sister's birthday, so we had
Oh,
a lunch with family and friends. Yes, it was nice. We had a great time, and
nice.
yes,
Is she younger or older?
older.
Older sister. Uh-huh.
She's the oldest. Yes,
Uh-huh.
she's the oldest. Yeah,
Hmm.
was nice.
That's
Can't
great.
complain.
That's great.
It was a surprise lunch for her.
Oh, that's awesome. That makes it even better.
Yeah, so I organized it.
Oh, congratulations to you then. You did all the work. Yeah.
Yes, we prepared a lunch for her. No, we prepared no, we bought her favorite food. So
Uh-huh.
no, it was easy, and she was happy. So that's the most important thing.
Absolutely.
Mm.
Were there any special treats? Did you make a cake or bake a cake or anything like that too?
Yes, we prepare a cake and a seafood because her favorite.
Ceviche?
No, haiba. I don't know how to say that.
Haiba, okay.
Uh-huh.
I need to see this on
Haiba with
Google.
a salad and
Uh-huh.
yeah,
Haiba is oh, okay. I think here they're calling it oh, haiba is crab, I think.
crab.
Crab, yeah.
Uh,
CRAB, crab.
okay, crab. Thank you.
I did
Yes.
not know the word for that in Spanish. I'm so
Haiba.
surprised.
Haiba.
Yeah, I had no idea. Haiba. Ensalada de haiba.
No, it's a
Uh-huh.
jaiba gratinada.
Ah, grated crab, maybe.
Graded.
Grated, yeah. Gratinada significa the little small pieces, right?
Uh-huh. Yes.
Jaiba gratinada, I think, or would be grated crab, yeah. That's really interesting.
Yes, with a salad and rice with almonds. Almonds.
Almonds, yeah, sure, almonds,
Uh-huh.
yeah.
Uh-huh. No, the cake and wine. And that's all. And
That's
some
awesome.
snacks.
That's
Mm,
awesome. That sounds like a great meal.
yeah.
Uh, that's awesome. When's the next big event? Are you usually the person organizing all the parties, or
No, I think it will be Christmas.
Christmas? So just 2 months, right?
In 2 months.
Yeah, 2 months away.
Yeah.
Christmas is always fun. So much happening, right?
Yes.
Lots of family, lots of cooking, lots of food. Yeah.
Yes, you're right.
What do you guys usually cook ham or pork or chicken or turkey or what animal is the most
Yeah,
popular for Christmas? Yeah.
it's Turkey.
Turkey, uh-huh.
Mm-hmm.
Same here, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm.
Pavo, right?
Pavo.
Pavo, yeah. It's a today actually I had a turkey sandwich for lunch. It's amazing how delicious that bird is.
Yes,
I'll,
it's a soft meat.
Yeah, it's really very healthy meat also, right? If you eat the turkey, if you eat like the white meat of the turkey, right?
Yeah.
Not the dark meat. The dark meat is usually the legs of the turkey are very big, right? So I don't enjoy eating the turkey leg, but the turkey white meat is very delicious. Yeah,
Yes.
yeah, that's awesome,
Yeah.
guys. Well, let's get started, guys. I just wanted to quickly introduce the topic of the class today. So today we are looking at imperatives, right? When we use imperatives in English, we use words. We are creating words that we are creating a form of a verb that is a command form, right? So imperatives generally you can think of as almost being the opposite of asking a polite question, right? When you ask a polite question or when you ask someone to do something politely, you are probably going to use the would you mind or the could or the would, those kinds of words. In the imperative form, we are looking at just the command, right? How do you command somebody in English to do something, right? So that's something that is unique, and the construction is really very simple, which is a really good thing about how we make the imperative. The construction is there's almost nothing you have to do to the construction to the word itself to construct the imperative. So we'll take a look at the imperatives first, and then we are going to look at a new article that I think is going to be something that's special because cancer is a worldwide killer in many different ways. We are going to look at an article that explains that there is scientists have created a new mini-microscope, right? A microscope that is very small that allows them to actually observe cancer cells, right? Physically look at individual cancer cells to figure out if the cancer is spreading, if it's harmful, if it's not harmful. So very, very, very interesting scientific article today for you guys, and I hope you guys enjoy it. Before we get started, any questions, guys, on what we're going to talk about?
No.
Makes sense? Okay. Heidi, you're okay as well?
No question.
Fantastic. Okay, guys, so let's get started. What is the imperative, right? The imperative form in English, right? The imperative is giving commands, issuing commands, giving commands, right? It's one of these things that we use in English pretty frequently, right? We can use them in polite conversations, but we usually have to add other words to them to make them polite, right? We have to say please, we can say excuse me to make them polite, right? So the great thing about the imperative is the verb stays in its base form, right? So the verb go, right? If you want to use the imperative, it's just go, right? Go to the door, go to the room, go to school, right? Anything you want. We're not changing the form of the verb, right?
Always present tense.
Yeah, in this case, we don't even consider it present tense. It's just the base form of the verb, right? So the verb eat, yeah, just eat by itself, right? It's not present, past, it's just eat, right?
Yes.
Yeah, that's great.
Mm.
So, it's late here.
And what time?
10 o'clock.
Oh.
Yeah, so it'll be 11 o'clock.
Have you already finished some dinner?
Yeah. Today, I actually really enjoyed my dinner today. I made it myself. I like cooking a mix of Italian and Indian food.
Oh, curry.
Yeah, so I had butter chicken with rigatoni.
I don't know.
Yeah, rigatoni I think it's a type of pasta, right?
Oh, really?
So, yeah, rigatoni with curry with butter chicken.
Mm-hmm.
And it was really delicious. I was very surprised. It was my first time making butter chicken. And I followed my mother's recipe. And it was very nice. It was very good. So I love the food that's kind of a fusion of different types. I take Italian food and Indian food. I put it together.
Yeah, me too. I cook a lot of things. Chinese food and Italian food. And authentic Japanese food. Depend on my mood.
Yeah, no, absolutely. We have really. There are actually some restaurants in the U.S. that focus specifically on fusion food. So there is a restaurant here called Fugu, Fugu restaurant, and it's a fusion of Chinese, Japanese, Korean, and American.
Fugu means puffy fish? No?
Maybe. I have no idea,
Puffy
actually.
fish. Japanese name, puffy fish. Fugu.
Really? Fugu?
Yeah, yeah.
I had no idea. They have a lot of seafood, but I didn't notice if one of the items was a puffer
Maybe
fish.
seafood restaurant, it means puffy fish.
Yeah, the food is really good.
Foreigners can't eat puffy fish.
Oh, yeah, because
They're
of
afraid
the
of that.
you also need to know how to prepare it, right? Because it's poisonous.
Yeah, cook for the fugu, puffy fish. They need to have